Before we begin, this story contains depictions of violence and dark themes that some listeners may find disturbing. It is intended for a mature audience. This is a work of fiction. All characters, events, and incidents are products of the author's imagination. Viewer discretion is advised. One day, I told her everything, that I need to live, and for what sort of reasons there. I told her everything. I wasn't sure what she is going to do there. I told her the whole truth, and been hearing those words there. She was quiet, been lost in her thoughts for a couple of moments, before she took a deep breath right there, shook her head a little at this. Yes, you can leave, she said to me, and been hearing these words there. Well, I was a little relived there, and the way she said it, well, it looks like to me that she meant it. Maybe. I don't know that, and I didn't bother to ask her. I heard that I can leave, and that's all I need here. I can leave. But then, after a little pause between us, she asked me that where I am going to go. Where can I get help? How will I find my friend? Well, she asked these questions there, and to tell, I do not have any answers to them. I do not, and how can I? As at that moment, I don't actually have a plan or any other information about it. I wasn't sure of it, and then she offered to help me. She said she knew someone who might help me. Who was that person? I am not sure about, but I asked her where can I meet that person. But she refused. She refused to give me an answer. She didn't tell me who that person was, or where can I even find that person. No, rather she said that she is going to take me to that person, after everything that has been going on here will came to an end, and I did not like that. There's a war that is going to start, but exactly when it is going to start, no one knows, and even if it starts, then, for how long is it going to keep going on? I am not sure about it. And why did she tell me that? Is she trying to stop me in here? Or is there something else? She won't tell me the name or address of that person, as somehow she is certain that I won't be able to find that person. I tried to convince her, but no, it won't work. She won't say a word. All she said is she herself will take me there when it will all come to an end. Will she? Not sure about it, but now I have two choices here. Either I can stay here, and wait for it to come to an end, and then meet a potential person who might help me, or I can go now, wander from one place to another, not knowing who or what I might be looking for, but I have to make a decision, and considering she kept me alive all these days here, I am not sure whether I trust her or not, but to think about it, she could have killed me when I first show up here, but she didn't, and I don't know what that reason is, why she kept me alive, and to tell, I didn't even care for it, not even a bit, and I can wait, for a few more days, I can. Well, the plan was already there in motion, and there's nothing I know about it. About her plan, I mean, I know what she is going to do there, but how is she going to do it? I don't know that. I was there, doing nothing there, as the time has been passing by there, little by little, as days have been passing by there, and I have been there. I was just watching it going by, and the way it has been passing by there, well, it looked like it was moving rather slowly, and this may be because I have nothing else to do there, nothing, but just wait, as has been there. I waited and waited. But after that, she let me get out of the house, and that was good for me. At least I was getting some air, but I haven't forgotten about anything there. No, I know who they are. I know what they have done, and I do not trust them with my life. No, for that I keep my sword always with me, just in case if I get some use of it. Been in there, days were passing by there, and nothing seems to be happening there, as it has been happening there. There came a time when I wondered if the war is actually going to take place or not. I was there in a state of confusion, and whenever I ask her about that, she would say that it will happen soon, and just like that, the days were turned into weeks and then weeks into months, and I have no involvement in her plan, as I have no need for it, and neither she wanted me to be involved in it, as that was her war, her plan. It is better for me to stay away from it. And after a few months later, one night, as I was sleeping in my room, without any worries or anything like that, I have almost forgotten about the war and stuff, and then something has happened there, something that has startled me and woke me from my sleep. A series of explosions have taken place there, and they were rather loud. I woke up, looked out of the window, I saw nothing, just smoke at a little distance, and then I went up at the terrace, and from there I saw it. The mainland, it was on fire, the battle has begun. I stand there in silence, as I heard noises, watched the fire grow. The war has started there, and the way it was going on there, well, it seems like that they were going a little too fast with it. The way those explosions has been occurring there, the noises that I have been hearing there, seems like that they intend to end this war in one night. I did not bother to go there, to see what has been happening there, or how. I can't put my life in danger, as the house I was in, it was far from there, so, no matter how violent it gets there, I am safe in here. But been there, been seeing everything, seeing that fire and smoke, hearing those noises, I was horrified, and I was having a bit of a fight there inside of him, as one of my sides have been telling me to stay here and stay safe, and the other side has been telling me to go there, and maybe help them. But whom am I going to help there? They all are fighters, been fighting there. I don't need to interfere in there. I do not have to. But then, I thought of hard war, and I wondered what if something has happened to her, she told me that she would help me, but if something were to happen to her, well, then who is going to help me, I was there in a dilemma, wondering what to do there, whether should I go or not, and to tell, well, my inside was saying that I should go now, but my body was refusing to go there, and that struggle kept going on, until there came a moment, when the sun shone up in the sky, and everything seems to have became quiet. The fight might have came to and stopped there, the fire has started to vanish away from there. And seeing that, I wondered who won. Did she won, or did she lose? When I thought about it, a rage of anxiety occurred inside of me. My heart started to thump right there. Before I make a move from there, I grabbed my sword and been hoping on a horse. I started to move towards the town. I wasn't worried about her, no, not even a bit. I was thinking about her promise that she made me. If something to happen to her, who is going to help me? I know nothing about that mysterious person of hers. Been in there, been thinking about that. At that moment, I did care for her well-being. I only thought about for my need, and this gave me an idea about what sort of person, well, at least not at that very moment. Not realized that later in life. And did I regret it? No, not even a little, as there was no point in regretting it. It was already happened there, and me regretting it, well, it will make no difference there. It will change nothing. I entered the land, and it was rather ruined there, and there were people been laying there, dead, animals, crying, been wounded. There were people who were helping him, and I could have stopped there, and maybe helped them too, but I couldn't get her out of my head, and been looking around. IWSS ignoring everything that has been going on there, and was just looking for her, or maybe for another known face that might know where she could even be, and after been looking for a while, I saw a familiar face and asked him about her. He told me that she is in the palace, so, I turned myself toward that way. And he too started to move along with me. He told me that they might not let me, which was understandable, as no one outside of her pirate group knows me. The rebels certainly did not know me, and it seems like they have the palace under their control. They won there, and that is a good thing. I was relieved to hear that. She is alive. When I heard that, my heart has started to calm there, and it is going to be better when I see herself with my eyes. And I did. We soon reached the palace, been ignoring the pain and sorrow that I saw on my journey. The palace was still there. It got damaged a bit, but was still standing there, been painted red with blood. It was shining like the rhinestones in the sunlight, looking rather beautiful there, ignoring the deaths that have been laying there all over around the place. After being going on for a while, we entered in the palace, and it was the same as outside. The blood was pouring down the walls. The soldiers were laying there dead, as the people were dragging them out of there. The preparations were already been in progress to get rid of these bodies, or bury them. That scene was horrifying, but it wasn't my first time seeing any of it. No, first time when I saw it. I just cried and cried. Here, I feel nothing. There's no point to it. I don't know any of them, but back in my town, I know almost all of them, and the reaction that I have now, it's maybe because the emotion that I have which made me feel pain, mentally, maybe it left me back then. That's why. I did not care for these people, and that might be the reason that I am acting a bit selfish here, and I do not care for it. I have far more important things to be worried for than these mere humans, whom I didn't even know. Been moving forward from there, I was just thinking about her and no one else. And now maybe she took me there to that person, and I have my questions answered.